The air in the server room was thick with the hum of electronics, a low, constant thrum against the backdrop of an otherwise silent, high-security facility. Suddenly, the hum seemed to deepen, imperceptibly at first, then vanished entirely. Not a sudden cut, but a gradual, almost gentle fading, as if the power itself had simply decided to recede into the shadows. A security guard, midway through his rounds, paused, his hand going to his earpiece, wondering about the unusual quiet. He never got to ask. A hand, gloved and precise, covered his mouth from behind, and a swift, silent motion followed. There was no struggle, no gasp, not even the rustle of clothing, beyond the soft, controlled descent of a body. In less than 3 seconds, the guard was gone, seamlessly absorbed into the pervasive silence of the room. The figure that moved away was a ghost, leaving no trace, no alarm, no hint of a presence. This isn't just about stealth, it's about a chilling, unparalleled mastery of the silent kill. And the figure we're talking about is James Buchanan Barnes, better known to the world as the Winter Soldier. Today, we're going to explore why Bucky Barnes, with his brutal efficiency and ghost-like methods, arguably stands as the most lethal assassin in the entire Marvel Universe, a proficiency that perhaps even eclipses the formidable skills of Matthew Murdock, Daredevil, and the deadly Elektra Natchios. When we consider the archetype of the master assassin, our minds often jump to those who move through shadows, striking with precision. Daredevil, with his heightened senses and unparalleled martial arts, navigates the rooftops of Hell's Kitchen, a ballet of fists and feet, capable of disabling an army of thugs without breaking a sweat. Elektra, a force of nature with her signature sigh, dances through conflict, a whirl of lethal grace. Both are undeniably dangerous, masters of their craft, honed by years of dedication and an innate understanding of combat. But their methods, while effective, often involve confrontation, a direct engagement that, while swift, still announces their presence. Bucky Barnes, however, operates on an entirely different plane. His training as the Winter Soldier was not about self-defense or justice or even the thrill of the fight. It was about one thing and one thing only: absolute, unnoticeable elimination. HYDRA stripped away his identity, his memories, and replaced them with cold, calculated programming designed to create the perfect weapon. This wasn't a dojo where lessons were learned. It was a brutal, relentless crucible where every fiber of his being was rewired for lethality. Let's delve into the specific methods that make him so uniquely terrifying. Consider his proficiency with bladed weapons. While many can wield a knife, Bucky utilizes it as an extension of his will, not just for cutting, but for precise, disabling strikes that neutralize a target instantly and silently. We've seen him use a knife not in a wild flurry, but with surgical precision, targeting nerve clusters, arteries, or critical points that ensure an immediate and irreversible end, often before the target even registers the threat. There's no struggle, no sound, just a sudden, complete cessation of movement. Then there are the garrotes. This is where Bucky truly distinguishes himself. The use of a garrote speaks to an assassin who prioritizes absolute silence and control. It's a method that requires immense strength, precise application, and an understanding of human physiology to ensure no noise, no thrashing, just a quick and devastating end. It's a chillingly efficient tool for a ghost, leaving virtually no physical trace beyond the victim themselves. It's not about fighting, it's about extinguishing. And perhaps most chillingly, Bucky's bare hands. Stripped of all weapons, he remains a singular force of nature. His bionic arm alone grants him superhuman strength, but it's coupled with a mastery of hand-to-hand combat that bypasses any need for flash or theatrics. He knows pressure points, he understands biomechanics, and he can incapacitate or kill with a single brutal strike. Imagine the terrifying intimacy of a kill delivered with no weapon, just the cold precision of a trained hand, ending a life silently, without so much a whisper. This isn't the chaotic brawl of a street fight, it's a silent, clinical procedure. When we compare this to Murdoch or Elektra, the distinction becomes stark. Daredevil, while capable of delivering devastating blows, often seeks to incapacitate rather than kill. His moral code, his commitment to justice, guides his actions. Elektra, while certainly capable of lethal force and known for her stealth, often engages in a more dynamic, almost acrobatic form of combat, where the beauty of her movements is as striking as their deadliness. Her targets often know they're in a fight. Bucky's targets, more often than not, don't even realize they're in danger until it's far too late. He is the shadow that swallows the light, the silence that precedes oblivion. His training was a systematic dismantling of his humanity, replaced by an unwavering, programmed focus on mission completion, devoid of emotion or hesitation. This makes him terrifyingly effective because he operates without the moral compass or the personal attachments that can sometimes slow others down. He is, in essence, a perfected instrument of death, calibrated for maximum lethality with minimum detectability. The brutal effectiveness of his training as the Winter Soldier is not just a footnote, it is the very essence of his chilling proficiency. It underscores why, when it comes to silent, brutal, and uncompromised elimination, Bucky Barnes stands in a league of his own, a true master assassin who, in many ways, remains unrivaled. It's a sobering thought, isn't it? To consider the sheer, terrifying skill possessed by someone whose very existence was molded for the singular purpose of taking life, quietly and without trace. Bucky Barnes, the Winter Soldier, represents a pinnacle of a dark art, a ghost in the machine of global espionage, a testament to what happens when human potential is warped into an instrument of absolute lethality. What are your thoughts on Bucky's place among Marvel's deadliest? Do you agree that his silent, brutal efficiency puts him above the rest? Or do you have another contender in mind? We'd love to hear your perspectives in the comments below. If you found this discussion thought-provoking, please consider liking this video, sharing it with a fellow Marvel fan, and subscribing to our channel for more deep dives into the captivating world of comics and characters. Until next time, stay curious and keep exploring the incredible narratives that shape our heroes and villains.